Hey everyone, my name is Simpsy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn Modern Day mod here today on the channel. We have episode 7 of the series and we have the moment you've been waiting for. We're about to be attacked. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like and subscribe if you're new. I'd really much appreciate it. If not, if we don't get attacked, we might have to attack them. But one more day, we're about to find out. It's going to be the 4th of December, 2022. Now, as this will be an offensive war, we could maybe move those forces potentially, because we do technically, we need to protect our territory on the border if it does break out. But we also have the peninsula as well. I'm going to set my navy up to do convoy raiding. Unfortunately, we can't get it back to the Black Sea because our ships went out before the Turks blocked the strait, and it's been blocked for the last 5 years. So we're actually operating from our Baltic port. We have united most of the Germanic tribes. Yeah, so it's not going to be able to get there. That's so annoying. But it's going to be interesting to see how we go. I imagine we probably have... Oh no, or is it going to go? No, I don't think we can pass. Air power wise, we'll switch it to close air support, as we're not going to have supremacy. They probably definitely have better planes and tech than us. We might have battle experience. Oh, but it's kicked off now. Yep, and they did it. Nice. We're going to call our allies. So Poland, Germany, Romania. We're not going to be fighting alone. Oh, wait. Why aren't the states coming in? Oh, well, let's reallocate them then. Hang on. Let's move them south here then. The Poles are already defending. So, we've got most of our divisions defending our core territory. We could maybe send... No, I think what we need to do is just defend and not push against them. Now, try and hold the front line, whittle them down a bit, and then we'll do our own counter-attack and counter-offensive. Oh, nice. We've got some territorial defense units coming on in. We have 57 divisions in total. Man, I'm so thankful that Poland puppeted a bunch of factions. Lithuania, Belarus. So, the Poles and the Baltic states are going after Königsberg. Okay. So we've dug in. I didn't build any... Oh, no. The UK is going to give us some divisions. Nice. Good old Jeremy Corbyn. And looks like the French are going to give us some as well. The Americans aren't involved yet. Oh, well, that's surprising that those two states have fully left out of it. Okay. So there's a little bit of back and forth. They are now a Polish puppet. Actually pushing them there quite well. South Korea wants to give us a bunch of logistics. They already have an abundance of military agreements with Poland already. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, well, we'll just focus on the Baltic there. We might be able to raid some of their convoys. Ugh. This is going to be close, this one. We're not exactly favoured to win. Okay, so let's go with night vision. We're already going with an improved stuff here. Yeah, I don't think... Oh, they've actually taken that. Okay, that's actually not too bad because we can set it up here. Alright, I might give an attack order in the south because... Actually, you know what? It actually might not be a bad idea to cut off the Caucasus if we could. They are struggling to push in there. This is going to be super, super costly. Let's try and redraw this. But so far, we are holding. It's interesting that the rest of CSTO isn't involved. I guess it's because it's an offensive war. So it's just us versus them. Okay, so we were getting some of our trade from them, so we're going to have to reallocate stuff. I do want to try and make sure we be a little bit meticulous, a little bit particular in where we trade from, because they will influence us. Oh my god, their aviation and air power is dominating us, except for in their center. So maybe we do need to try and go with air supremacy. Yeah. Because I reckon research-wise, tech-wise, they're probably going to outnumber us and pop, so this is going to be tough. Oh, they've actually pushed back. Well, hang on. Oh, no, they're there. Alright, we've retaken the tile. Well, if we've got them on the back foot, if we can cross the bridge... Oh, no. Okay, so there's been a bit of trading there. Oh, no. We just lost 2 frigates. We took out one of their corvettes, though. So... our navy is engaging the Baltic fleet. Oh my god, they don't even have... Germany doesn't have air supremacy over their own country, what? Alright, we've actually crossed. I wonder if we can adopt the, well, Germans' World War II plan and cut them off from here. Cut off their, oil supply in the south. Oh, okay, so the Americans have arrived. Interesting. Oh no, our navy is just getting absolutely targeted. It's because we haven't got any up there. Oh my god, we just lost half our navy. Yikes! It's because of their air power, man. Dominating. Although the Americans are sending stuff and the Poles and the Baltic states and the Germans. A third of NATO isn't holding it. Oh my god, we've lost so many. Allied-wise. So we've received... some forces. Okay, so they are starting to allocate troops. We're still holding on our main front just yet. Just trading back and forth on the border. Alright, so some of these... yeah, so a lot of Czech. A lot of Austrian rifles. There was even a Bradley there. We did actually manage to seize a bunch of German tanks from taking the former Soviet eastern part under our control and then puppeting the rest. But this is going to be super, super tough and close. Also, they haven't been fighting at all in this series, I don't think. Maybe some regional conflicts down in the Caucasus. No, they brought in, I can't remember which specific countries they brought in, but they brought in a couple in the Caucasus. But overall, they've been basically sitting for the last 6 years building up their logistics and supplies. It's interesting that Romania's in. So divisions-wise, it's going to be interesting. Okay, we're winning a little bit here. We're struggling to push. So we are still raiding their convoys. I don't know how successful it is. I imagine they're probably economically quite insular. Whoa, big explosion there, though. Yikes. Okay, so it's starting to add up a little bit. So they are getting foreign volunteers. Oh no, Estonia. Oh no! Chad was puppeted. Nice. Chad, not a Chad. Capitulate. Capitulated. Okay. Oh no. A tripwire line didn't work. Oh my god, they nearly capitulated. That's really bad. There's not much I can do about it. The Baltics and the Poles and their allies are going to have to focus on it. Yeah, we are going to have to make a push at some point because there's a lot of American and essentially French divisions here just waiting for the go-ahead. So, let's draw up some battle plans. What were we doing tech tree-wise here? Oh yeah, right, we're all reforming the core. Alright, so we've managed to withstand some of the first initial attacks. Can we switch to booming economy? We're holding for now. Organising quite well. So this is the world as it is. The Anglo-Saxon Union is fighting down here. Oh no, they border them. No, they're not. Okay, they border them. Yeah, I'd love to get them involved. The Poles want to send me 13 divisions. No, I would rather you guys, with your logistics and equipment, like, I don't have the spare logistics to equip those units. Alright, here we go. February now. It is time to launch this counterattack. We'll pay off our debt because we've got a good amount. We've held them enough. I'm going to give the order to attack. Let's push them and let's hope that our allies And the volunteer forces come. 57 divisions versing them. Okay, so already. And I've got those 10 bubbles we're pushing alright. The Americans are helping us in the south. Nice. There we go. We probably do have the unit. Yeah, no, we got 104. Oh, it says we got 144 divisions. They have somewhere between 100 and 150. So we've waited a little bit of time, soaked up the first sort of initial attacks. They didn't want to push. The Americans, the French are here, along with our allies repositioning. Unfortunately, we sacrificed a little bit of Finland and our navy. We have managed to completely take and control Königsberg. And we're actually got a little bit of a breakthrough there, but already the Americanskis are starting to push in the south. If we can sort of cut them off there. Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, their independence is guaranteed. Huh. The thing is, we're going to get to a point where we're going to be able to push them anyway. Oh, hang on. That's interesting because they're a part of the Anglo. Does that mean they're going to join in? Potentially. Because Azerbaijan is in the Anglo-Saxon Union with the Americans. Oh my god, we're really starting to push them there. If we can somehow free up those divisions in the peninsula, looking good. The Poles are swarming forward as well. As we look to redraw these borders. Okay, we've still lost a lot though. That's 40k. Which is surprising. They are making us work for this. Casualties wise. The problem is as well, I don't think, unless if the Brits and the French or the Americans don't get directly involved, we're probably never going to have air supremacy, air support, or beat their jets. They're just going to simply have better aviation than us. Which is yikes. Okay, we're still reforming the general staff, cutting it down a bit. Getting some additional buffs where we can. Yeah, it must be just really forestry and hard to take. We're actually doing a lot better in the south. Was that Petraeus? Okay. Back in the driving seat. Oh wow, we are really pushing through the steps here. Nice. Oh, we're about to envelop a huge amount. As we've just taken Rostov. Okay. Alright, we're really starting to push. Yeah, if we can cut off a lot of their fuel down here. Do they still rely on a lot of fuel from the south here? Obviously it was the big German plan. Aren't most of their pipes from Siberia now? What? What is this? More madness happening down there. Okay. Bro, we lost 8 ships. It's kind of crazy. Oh wow, we're really stretching them here. Yeah, once that border opens up, because there's that funnel basically that starts at the Carpathians and then it basically slowly goes up, because like the border between these two nations is nearly indistinguishable on some ends. There's no like crazy topography. It's like a funnel that like opens up that I've seen and been told. Oh, they capitulated. So does that mean they're a part of... Yep, so they got puppeted, those two. Interesting. So they didn't mostly get drawn in. Alright. Oh wow, we got a really big push here. We might be able to go for their capital. Yeah, I think... Even though they say they have between 100 and 150, I think it's a little bit deceiving. Oh no, we've just crushed a lot of them actually. Maybe that's all up in the alliance and there's only 50 or so. Pushing in the south here. Did anyone see that crazy footage that was happening in this area and neck of the woods a week or so ago now? Some of that footage, that was madness. It was crazy. Okay. We're really doing well in the south. They've kind of given it up. We actually might be able to drive a truck up there. Farmers push for biofuel investment. Sure. Okay, but so far, we're doing alright. We're mostly relying on our allies. We have 230k manpower, which is a bit, but it's not a terrible amount. depending on how long this war goes for, we'll have to keep an eye on it. Oh, we're about to surround down here. I think it's mostly our well-equipped allies, because obviously we've done a lot of expanding and conquering and puppeting, but we just have struggled for the majority of this series just with poor infrastructure and poor military equipment. Like, we just haven't built it up enough, but not really much you can do when they surprise attack you like this. I knew moving back over to the border and starting to be more aggressive against those states, pick up those border conflicts would do stuff. But although the Anglo-Saxon alliance is not officially involved, I imagine they're going to be quite reticent to use certain types of weapons when there's American boots on the ground, as it were. Oh, okay, so if we can just push the last of them here, we'll be able to reallocate them. Oh, dude. So we've taken it. Jeez. We've taken a lot of them out, but they've taken a lot of us. They're actually hammering us back. I'm actually quite impressed. They're making us absolutely pay for it big time. Still haven't taken the capital. If we can march on in, it will be the first time since Napoleon, you'd imagine. And we're about to drive an American Humvee right into Moscow. Okay. We've done it. The capital has fallen. Why are there front lines? Oh, that's interesting. So, although there's enemy units and forces down there, they actually fled over the border and they're stuck there. We pushed them into CSTO allied territory, but because the full alliance isn't involved, we can't go in. Their aviation is still smashing us as well. We just need to capture more of those airfields. Now, the capital has fallen. Their new capital is now Kazan, and we can try and reorganize some of this because it's a little bit all over the place. So we've pushed through now. We've taken the majority of the south and the steppes, and we just want to sort of focus on taking the southern bit while we allow the Poles and the Baltic states to focus on the west. They can go take those ports. And hell, they actually need to liberate Estonia, who's like half full, and although we've been so successful, maybe it hasn't been a bad thing. Poland has taken Königsberg, though. There's going to be a fair bit of territory that we're going to have to make a decision on to partition to. Like, do you try and liberate and puppet most of the states, like Karelia, your Tartarstans and stuff, or do you I guess what you'd do is you'd probably give a lot of that eastern Finnish territory back. Or maybe you just make a independent state of Karelia. That could be a potential thing as well. God, we haven't got recon tank there. Oh my god. The research has been so stuffed. We've been prioritizing other stuff. We've just been relying on Lend-Lease and acquiring other tanks. What do you actually do with Königsberg though now? Yeah, I guess you just move out the majority and I guess you give it to Poland, I don't know. It'd be kind of weird giving the old Prussian state back. Maybe you move in Poles, I don't know. It's going to be tough. The Caucasus, or north of the Caucasus, the stands above it might be a little bit more easier to partition. I guess we give the those islands back to the Japanese. I think that's probably a little bit smart. I'm sure some of that border territory as well can go to the Chinese. But anyway, unfortunately on that note, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed episode 7 of the Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn Modern Day mod here today on the channel. Stay tuned for episode 8 coming out tomorrow. We're going to continue this war. It's looking good. It looked a little bit costly and hairy, and those southern pushes didn't look too good, especially when half of Estonia got taken and they were struggling to push into Königsberg. But now that we've waited for our allied forces and volunteers to arrive, we've pushed through the steppe, we've taken their capital, but they're going to fight to the very end. They're going to fight to the last city. They're going to have an epic stand. They ain't going to give up. So we'll see how we go. How costly will this be without air support? I imagine quite high. Anyway, thanks for watching. like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know in the comments other Hearts of Iron series you'd like me to do so I can plan ahead. But that's enough from me here today. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.